Hey everyone, so this is the newer Lenovo Tab M11 here in the US. This one is 180 bucks in its base form like I have here. That gives you a octa-core MediaTek processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is not a lot, and 64 gigabytes of storage, which again is not a lot, but you can expand it if you want to. But it also gives you quad speakers. So we have one here, as well as one there and there. You have USB Type-C, and you also have a headphone jack there as well. You have a back camera, and it does look really nice. You also have a front-facing camera as well. You have a 10.95-inch IPS display, and let me tell you, for 180 bucks, this is a very nice display. I like this display more than my iPad 9 or iPad 10. The whites and blacks are nice and how they should be, and the colors pop pretty well on this display. And right away, I will say I think the best use for this tablet, and it goes for pretty much any other tablet in this price range, especially if they have quad-core processors and have this nice of a display, is I think this is probably going to be best for watching YouTube, Netflix, streaming videos, stuff like that, or maybe reading some comics or reading books, because the display is quite nice. And again, it does have quad speakers that we'll get to later in the video, but they also sound pretty good. But first, let's talk about some of its speed or its power here. We'll go on to the internet. So for searching the web, for basic websites, we'll go to Pokemon.com here. For easy to load in websites, it loads in just fine. See here, it is nice and quick. But we go into heavier websites, like I always like to show off Best Buy because it's a pretty heavy website. It loads in initially actually rather quick, but it takes a bit to load in everything that needs to be loading in. We'll go here, we'll click on the new Pixel 8a, which I am excited for. Again, initially it loads in rather quick, actually really quick, but loading in everything on Best Buy's website here, again, a bit of a heavier website, you can see it does take a bit of time. And that is on par with other tablets in this price range. So it's things like the Amazon Fire Max 11, which also has a MediaTek processor in it. Some of the cheaper, budget-friendly Samsungs, not the S9 series, Tab S9 series, but some of their more budget-friendly tablets will be similar to this as well. But you can see it does take quite a bit of time to load in everything. Talking about this display one more time, in real life, through your own eyes, it looks a lot better than what you'll see through this camera, of course, through YouTube. But like this blue is nice and blue, or even better, go to the green, the aloe vera color, if it wants to load in here. The colors are very nice and popping. They're very nice and colorful. The white on this background is nice and white. Like anything that's black, like the camera lens there is nice and black. Like this display, especially for 180 bucks, is a very nice display. All right, let's get off of here, and we'll do some Roblox real fast. For this video, I'm just going to show off Arsenal because it shows you an FPS counter. If you guys want to check out more of a Roblox gameplay test, you can check out another video I just made for this tablet. We're just going to keep it in automatic because it's a $180 tablet. It's not going to be able to run full graphics very well, and Android just isn't as optimized as something like on iOS would be. FPS counter up here is hovering around 40 FPS, which is pretty good. When you get taken out, it goes down to around 20s to 30s, which actually is not bad for a tablet in this price range. This thing is actually pretty good. What color am I? Red, apparently. Yeah, so it drops down to around 30, which I think is still very much doable. There we go. If I actually think took somebody out. But yeah, FPS is, when you're playing the game, is around 40s to 50s. When you get taken out or there's a lot of stuff going on, you're maybe around 30s. Sometimes it will go down to like 20s. I think this is very much doable for a tablet in this price range. Going into some PUBG here, this is what it puts into by default. So it puts it into HD graphics, and actually puts it into high frame rate. Loading into the game here, jumping into the game here, not loading, but jumping into it. You can actually see the trees and stuff, and you can see the buildings here. from pretty far up. And you see it's not stuttering or anything like that. It actually loads in quite well. So we'll just jump on in here. We'll find something, some sort of something to use here. Gotta be careful with the YouTube's words. And see what we find here. Oh, we found a backpack. I think that was my own guy. Yeah, there's our own guy with us. And loading in. So go ahead and do a few rounds here. And see, it actually loads in quite well. Go ahead and start running. Get a bit more into the open. Now that we're in the open, you can actually see a really good distance there. You can see the building's pretty far away from us. Again, it is loading in very well. Again, with the quad speakers, you should be able to hear where people are coming from, if they're coming up on you or from the side of you or whatever. You know, you don't only have one speaker or two speakers. You have, well, 4 speakers. You have quad speakers. So definitely playable on PUBG. Then do a quick speaker test here. Just use one of my own videos with just some music in it. Some royalty-free music. So speakers are up all the way. Again, you have speakers here and here, here and here. So it does have quad speakers. So they do get decently loud and they do sound rather good. Again, this would be a pretty good tablet for watching videos on YouTube, Netflix, whatever. I actually think that'd be one of the best uses for it, besides from maybe doing some reading. Again, I would say this has a nice, very nice display on it, especially considering it is only $180 here in the US. And again, for watching videos, those speakers sound pretty nice. And again, the display when watching videos is rather nice. Now, for less than $200, you do have a few other options. Again, most of which will be like Amazon Fire tablet options, or at least around that $180 range. The Fire Max 11, I believe, is actually like $220 or $230, something like that, if I'm not mistaken on that. From Amazon, so it's a little bit more money, but about the same size. I would say this is a rather good choice if you like Lenovo. If you want to have big thing, wanting to have Google Play Store right from the out of the box, where the Amazon Fire tablets do not have Play Store, they have Amazon App Store. This is definitely an excellent choice if you're looking at a tablet in this price range. But of course, do keep in mind too, the iPad 9 does go on sale quite a bit, especially now with new iPads coming out this year, probably be on sale quite a bit as well. I believe they were down like $250 at one point. Some more money than what this is, but it is still not a whole lot more money. Getting near that price range. That is definitely a better tablet, except for the display and the speakers. But yeah, you all let me know what you think. I would recommend this if you're looking, again, for something that is sub $200 and you do not want an Amazon Fire device, or if you want something different from Amazon Fire, because I know those things are very popular. Yeah, I do recommend it. Again, excellent display, good quad speakers, decently quick. You can do some light gaming on it. Yeah, let me know what you all think. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.